In this video, the focus is more on the national parks on the west side of the USA. Although we could visit most of the well-known parks, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we were forced to pause this part of our road trip.
From Sentinella RV Resort we traveled to the RV park named the Black Oak Casino Resort in Tulum City. One of the most beautiful and luxurious RV resorts we have ever been.
And I will run across the rivers anywhere with you. I won't give up, I'll take my chances, and I will follow you through the night.
Thanks to President Abraham Lincoln, Yosemite National Park is the first instance of parkland being set aside specifically for preservation and public. Nowadays, more than 400 national parks are present in the US. After President Theodore Roosevelt camped with John Muir for 3 days at Glacier Point in the year 1903, Yosemite became a national park in 1906.
I make the same mistakes, forget how much it takes, no reasons left behind. One day I'll make you mine, and it won't come easy, but I know it's worth.
We saw the Bridal Veil Fall, Yosemite Valley, and we made some pictures of the tunnel view. Another day we took a hike in the Stanislaus National Forest and hiked along the Pinecrest Lake.
Cross the rivers anywhere with you. I won't give up, I'll take my chances, and I will follow you through the night. I'll follow you. There's no one like you, my little girl.
In the Sequoia National Park, we saw these huge trees, Sequoiadendron giganteum, which could live for thousands of years. First we did some hikes to the Morrow Rock and the Tunnel Rock. The real big trees are growing in the giant forest, and the biggest tree of the world by volume is the General Sherman tree and has a weight of 1,385 tons and has a diameter of 11.1 meter.
Go on now, be good, be fine, live your life, dream big, don't forget to be kind, live, it's your life. Rocks are meant to be picked up and thrown. New ideas can be pleasantly overgrown. But you know where to go if you follow that heart. One step at a time, we all play our part. Go on now, be good, be fine, live your life, dream big, don't forget to be kind, live, it's your life. Go on now, chase your dreams, everything. Go on now, be good, be fine.
Death Valley National Park is the biggest of all national parks in the USA. We started to walk to the Badwater Basin. We drove to the Cold Artist Drive, which is really a highlight of Death Valley. And finally, we drove to some nice viewpoints like Zabriskie Point and Mesquite Flat Dunes.
Be fine, live your life, dream big, don't forget to be kind, live it's your life, go on now, chase your dreams, everything, go on now, be good, be fine, live your life. Live your life.
When we visited Las Vegas, it was still accessible and open. However, it was very quiet. We parked our Ford F-450 on a Circus parking lot and walked the strip. It's possible to walk from one hotel and casino to the other without seeing daylight. Huge and over-the-top hotels and lots of bling bling. The Venetian Resort was one of our favorites. Even gondola rides inside the hotel were possible. The older part of Las Vegas is Fremont Street, where the Golden Nugget is located. This is where it once began.
The Grand Canyon is 446 kilometers long and approximately 7 to 60 million years old, and has a depth up to 1 mile. The North Rim was still closed due to winter circumstances, so we went to the South Rim. This was like the Niagara Falls, an amazing experience. One of the most beautiful experiences we have ever witnessed.
We were lucky to get a spot on the campground in the middle of Monument Valley. So from the campground we could see most of the Magnificence monuments. However, the next day, when we were planning to drive the scenic loop route, we were kindly asked to leave the campground while it was closing down due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Page is a very beautiful area near to Lake Powell and the Grand Canyon Dam. We never saw so many different churches in one little town like Page. Close to the dam we hiked the Hanging Garden Trail. Further down the Colorado River is a magnificent phenomenon, the beautifully colored horseshoe bend.
On our campground in Panguitch, we were very pleased with all the tourist information we have received by Randy, the manager of the campground. From here we drove to Zion National Park. The nice thing here is that you can see not only the upper rims of the canyon, but also the valleys are accessible by car. The first hike was the canyon overlook, and after that we hiked the Riverside Walk. Unfortunately, the Angel's Landing Trail, a very narrow daring trail over the rim of the canyon, was closed due to the coronavirus issue.
Very close to Zion is Bryce National Park. The hoodoos, these are irregular columns of rock, and the red rocks are typical for this national park. We did several trails, saw the national bridge, and had some remarkable overviews at the different sites.
The last national park we could visit was Capitol Reef. Although this was not the most spectacular national park we visited, the Route 215 is considered as one of the most beautiful scenic routes on Earth. Following this route, we were driving literally on the rim of some mountains with precipices on both sides. Very beautiful and spectacular.
The situation with the COVID-19 pandemic became more and more severe, and Juan and I decided to pause our road trip. Therefore, we brought our fifth wheel and pickup truck to a very nice new storage facility in Springville, close to Salt Lake City. It was time to get home.